the last couple of days when I've been on YouTube, all of a sudden YouTube starts pushing all these videos on me, and it's like radio broadcasts and television broadcasts the night John Lennon was shot, and then the next day. And I remember I was a freshman in high school when he was shot. I went to this Catholic boys' school, so I was raised Catholic. It was a thing where we went to mass twice a year, Easter and Christmas, Christmas Eve, and but I did go to a Catholic high school, and so my point is, and I still, like, I went to mass last week and the week before and the week before that. Like, I'll go on these, jags for like a few months. I'll go to mass and I won't go for a year. So my point is that I'm not against Catholicism, right? But I, but I'm not like into the faith completely. You know what I'm saying? I have a balanced view. So what I'm getting at is I have some latitude to make fun of the faith. Okay, so so anyhow, I had religion class. The first class that every morning was that fall was what the school called religion, but it really wasn't religion. We never talked about religion. It was really like 1980s self-help, right? So it was all like the psychology of projecting self-confidence and achievement, but also like self-reflection, right? It was like pop psychology, self-help psychology. So, and the guy that taught the class was a lay person. It was not like a brother or priest or nun. So we get into the class, and this guy said he's got a big smile. So that's the Catholic thing, right? In the face of a tragedy like this, you have to smile and act like you're happy and it's not bothering you, and act like there's actually a wonderful aspect to this, right? So he's got this big smile on his face, and he says, John Lennon was shot last night. We're like, yeah. And he says, so he said, I'd like to play a song to commemorate John Lennon. And immediately I knew what the song was going to be. And no, it was not a John Lennon song. I knew it was going to be, because I know the psychology, right? So I knew it was going to be Here Comes the Sun, right? Because he just died. So I said out loud, I said, Here comes the sun. And he whips around and he's like, How did you know? So he played Here Comes the Sun, and we joyfully mourned the death of John Lennon, right, with big smiles. So anyhow, um, it was interesting. I did hear one of the videos they pushed on me. I actually listened to this one, and it was Howard Stern, who I never liked myself and never listened to. But this was interesting. He seemed, this was 1980. I don't know how long he'd been in radio at that time, but he seemed rational, and he wasn't crude or anything. He seemed like a decent guy back then, I thought. But I guess he was at a station in Detroit. It was like a Detroit station. I didn't know that. I thought he was always in New York. And he had he interviewed some people um, who knew who had met John or who knew him, like rock and roll experts too. And then he had callers calling in, so it was kind of interesting. So, yeah, that's it.